Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are Group 10, and today we are going to present our topic for the assignment in international business called How Much is the Influence of Culture on the Development of McDonald's Marketing in Indonesia? Before we continue, I'll introduce the members of the team. As myself, as the opening section of this group, Esra Muhammad Arif, Rangga Buana, Farhan Sidik, Noval Asanu, Muhammad Haikal, Ajwat Aryo Pranada, Diana Ayu, dan Arjun.
Okay.
And one more is Kenny Rifi Shadik.
Okay, for my presentation, I can tell you about Indonesia business state. Through the year, Indonesia is a state of crisis due to the COVID-19 virus pandemic, business closures, employee cut, and foreign investor exiting the Indonesian market. The COVID-19 pandemic began in Wuhan, Republic of China on December 31, 2019, and the first case in Indonesia occurred on March 20, 2020. It's been more than a year that the COVID-19 virus has affected the Indonesian economy. And the next.
Okay, now about business culture. Indonesia is a country rich in culture from various tribes throughout its territory. Even in the business world, there are unwritten habits that are carried out from generation to generation and eventually become a business culture in itself. Indonesia has unconsciously adopted a business culture based on relationship from our ancestor and has success in reaching our generation, and it is still being done today. Relationship-based business in Indonesia see trust as the key to good business and will seek honest commitment from you. Their business network often consists of relatives and peers because nepotism is took to generate trust. Personal relationship play a big role in Indonesian business culture. Okay, next.
Okay, I want to. Here are some of the business cultures in Indonesia. First, why connection is important in Indonesia. There is a term in Indonesia that has a very important connection at work. Indonesians tend to build strong bonds with people they know, and some even feel very confident about having big acquaintance. Second is developing a bond before diving into business. As previously explained, having connection and building good relationships is very important in business in Indonesia. So if you want to start a business partnership, take the time to first understand the manners and build relationship, then talk business matters. Third is hierarchy plays a big role. The higher the position, the more respect it will be in a company. Employees in lower position must respect their superiors more. The next.
The potential that is owned and the problem faced by McDonald's when expanding in Indonesia. In fact, through globalization and internationalization, McDonald's was able to develop a marketing strategy while at the same time adapting it to various regions according to cultural and national variants to serve specific target market. Companies conduct research in areas where they wish to open up location based on several elements, including social, cultural, technological, political, and economic situation. The key to McDonald's success is its business mantra of think global, act local. This has enabled to company to achieve financial success in every region that open a fast food restaurant. Next.
Uh, the next, I will tell you about the strengths and weaknesses of McDonald's when expanding globally. And the first one, I'll tell you about the strengths. There are three strengths that McDonald's have. First, they are adaptability, innovation, and corporate social responsibility. The first is adaptability. It is one of the major strengths of McDonald's. Customization of activities and menu to suit local needs is the single most factor contributing to its success. And McDonald's is an example company which is centralized in its core but still customizes the menu and the operational activities for local needs. The second is innovation. In order to fulfill the local needs, McDonald's is very innovative with reference to its product. They provide wide variety of options available such as snack wraps, coffee, burgers, and etc. And the third is corporate social responsibility. Uh, McDonald's has some programs for having a better society. The first program they call the greener than ever program, like recycle, renew program, and animal welfare program, to name a few. And McDonald's also believes in having sustainable supply chain consisting of 3 E's. They are ethical, environmental, and economic responsibility. The second is, I'll tell you about the weaknesses. The first is customer service. It can be seen sometimes when we go to the McD, we saw a long queues, and sometimes we saw insufficient employees at the counters, are that very frustrating for customers. And many times the employees are rude in terms of their behavior with customers. The second is currency fluctuations. It is clear when company go global, there is always a risk associated with currencies as they keep fluctuating based on the markets, and it can cause the difference in planned return for McDonald's. The third is franchises challenges. There is an increase in the fee that franchises have to pay to McDonald's, thus resulting in selling of the businesses and dissatisfied franchises. And the last one is additionally, because it is important to understand the opportunities and threats that potentially exist for McDonald's to consolidate its global position in the fast food industry. Next.
The problem faced by McDonald's. Indonesia as an investing country is one of the most sought after for foreign business owner. Opening up a shop or a branch in Indonesia can bring a lot of advantage, such a low budget workforce and abundance of rich and varied natural resources. Indonesia is a democratic country, and that means there are rules for opening up a business or expanding their business in Indonesia. They must obey the country rules and laborers that have high demand. Next.
How McDonald's adapts to the Indonesian market. McDonald's uses an adaptation strategy. In this case, adaptation through a cultural side. Some of the steps taken by McDonald's related to cultural adaptation strategies in the Indonesian market are as follows. First, product innovation. Second, target and values of Indonesian society. Third, habits of Indonesian society. Fourth, halal certification from MUI and hygiene. And the fifth, language and translation. Next.
Okay, thank you. And the next is McDonald's strategy is to overcome problem when it expands globally. One, emphasis on local management. Two, political sensitive strategy. Three, job opportunities. Four, environmental friendliness. Five, company citizen. And the last is pricing.
And the conclusion is McDonald's as a multinational company already has many branches in Indonesia. This does not escape the existence of companies that must learn and adapt to the existing culture in Indonesia. For example, when eating you have to use rice and so on. This is McDonald's first step to captivate the hearts of consumers in Indonesia. Apart from that, the company also looks at other aspects, such as religion, ethnicity, and gender, and etc. For listening to our presentation for today, if in this presentation we have several mistakes, forgive us and we'll try to do better. Thank you for listening and good day.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.